The other game I have been playing is Styx Blades of Greed. This game actually just came out today on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. And I was given a code by Nacon. So thank you, Nacon, for giving us a code. I streamed it for a few hours. I played it a few more hours offline. And I have a lot of thoughts on Styx.
Mm,
Now, preface this, I've talked about this. I played a little bit of the first Styx because it's free on
yep.
Epic. I didn't vibe with it. I thought it was like clunky, didn't really play all that well. I haven't touched the second one. I jumped in this one immediately. I will say feels way better to play.
Okay.
The movement feels a lot better. The stealth mechanics feel a lot better. Like the going in and out of the walls, the stealth positioning. They added like a roll so you can like position, creep around the corner, roll. Just kind of Gears of War esque to get your positioning better. Um, his movement, the jumping, the sliding, everything is much improved here. That is kind of unfortunately where my positives end.
Right.
And it's a shame because I think there's a lot of potential in this series. I love Splinter Cell. I was here for a stealth game. My biggest critique is that enemies hear you do anything, and it makes the game incredibly frustrating to play. When I kill someone and enemies around the corner or through wall, like if they hear you kill someone, I don't feel like my options are very vast to get through a lot of situations. A lot of the time, I'm like, am I meant to just ignore everyone and try to sneak around? Am I meant to kill them and get caught and then like try to hide until they stop their alarms and then I take them out one at a time? Like it becomes a frustrating cycle of getting caught over and over again. And when you do get caught, your options are, oh, well, you can pull out your knife, but you attack really slow, you're weak, they're going to kill you in like one or two hits or run away. So I'm
Yeah.
sitting here, I'm like, my options aren't great. So I'm going to try to stealth, and then they hear you a mile away, which is incredibly frustrating. But then also, they know where you are at all times, even when they don't see you. And I posted a short of this on our channel. I was upstairs. I killed someone. People a ways away heard me. They start running at me. I jump off the balcony, run, and then slide under a cart, a wagon. And I'm like, okay, they were up the stairs. They have no idea I'm here. All four of the guys just surround my wagon. They look down and then grab, and I'm like, how could they have possibly known I was there? They didn't see me go under there. There's like, cause there's no way they're upstairs. So like the AI, I think, is way too overtuned. I think they really need to do some balancing. And I was like, is this because I'm playing on normal? I dropped it to easy. There's absolutely no difference between easy and normal. I don't know what the difficulty does even. Yeah, so I'm just a little baffled by how you're supposed to, effectively play this game without getting frustrated, and that's just the human enemies. I had progressed, like I was making my way through it. I was dying a lot. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna stick with it. Let's keep going. I'm having enough fun. In the later, I won't even say later levels because apparently this game's like 18 hours long or something, and I was like
Mm,
five. Very long stealth game. You get to areas where there's non-human enemies. There's like bugs, and they're and Styx is like, oh, they're blind, so like don't make a lot of noise. And I'm like, okay, how am I supposed to like? I'll crouch walk, like I have to crouch walk past the entire field of bugs. Like it's that's just too slow. And then like eventually you get a grappling hook, and I'm like, okay, this is cool, new traversal mechanic, and it does feel cool to use. But then they're like, oh, go find these seeds that are in the bug infested fields. And the bugs are just on top of the seeds. And I'm like, how am I supposed to get the seeds? Like I can crouch, but the bugs are literally on top of them. And then they just gang up and like murder you. And I'm like, okay, this is just frustrating. So I've called it quits on Styx Blades of Greed,
mm,
unfortunately. I think this is probably the best Styx game that I've played. So if you are a fan of the series, you might, you could jump in. Maybe you're like, oh, Kevin's just bad. Totally a possibility. And you can pick this up. If you do, use our affiliate link down in the description below. Thank you very much. It is $40, so you could have some fun with this. Maybe you figure out something that I'm missing, but at the moment, I think I got to throw the towel in and just say, like, I think it's a little overtuned. I don't think that the stealth, like, as good as some of the stealth is, which there are parts that I really enjoy. There's these, like, one this might be the coolest mechanic, all right? And I know I'm rambling on, but
No,
uh
please.
one of the coolest mechanics I think is you can there's giant enemies and you can't just stab them to death by sneaking up and like hitting them in the back. You have to find like a drink or a food source that they'll go to on their route and
Mm,
poison it, and then they'll just die randomly. Like, you'll throw up into it. I'm like, okay, that's a cool mechanic. Like, that's fine. My issue is they move a little slow. So, like, I've had instances where I'm just against the wall for like 8 minutes waiting for them to make their route and get back to the point. And I'm like, we need to get to things faster. Like, if I'm not playing the game, that is
mm.
when the game, like, that is when it becomes frustrating, because then I'm just waiting and you're going to lose players. So, like, if you could just tweak a few things, you have a good stealth game here. You just fix the AI, give me some more options to get past some of the more annoying, like maybe less enemies. I don't know. Something here needs to be reworked, and then I think you have a good stealth game.
Yeah, it's a bummer. I almost identical to you, where I played a decent chunk actually of the first Styx game back in the day. I can't remember. I think it might have been given away as like a PS Plus game on PlayStation 4 even back in the day. I'm not sure. Uh, but I played it somewhere and sort of same as you, where it's clearly very, very clunky. But I thought that the premise was cool, and I think that the world that they've built is interesting enough that it could have hooked me in.
Hmm.
But that it felt like there were too many hurdles getting in the way of my enjoyment of the game, and it's a bummer that it seems like, to whatever extent, however they may have shifted, those hurdles are somewhat still in place. So um, it's one of those things that we've talked about a few times in a different context, where it's like it's an almost game.
Yes, it
It's like
is.
just it's so close to being actually pretty damn excellent,
Hmm.
just not quite there.
Yeah, if they tweaked a few things, I would give it another shot. Like, if I check the patch notes and they fix some of these issues that I'm sure other reviewers have brought up, because I know it's sitting at like a 75, I think, on Open Critic. So not bad. And like I said, it's not a bad game. I just think that there's things need to be improved to make it a better experience. And maybe longtime Styx fans, like, this is what they go to the series for. They
Sure.
like this more hardcore, if you want to call it that, stealth focus. But for most players, I think these elements would be a turn off, unfortunately.